So who won that one?
I did.
Yeah, Brian won
that one. But if you add all these up and the difference, I think I won.
Because we didn't talk about cumulative losses.
Not how we're doing it.
Total losses either. We didn't talk about the rules at all.
What is up? Welcome back to How to Invest in Commercial Real Estate, where Brian doesn't even know how to talk into a microphone. There we go.
2026.
First show of the year.
Yeah, glad to be back. We finished out last year strong, and we are back fresh and ready to go.
Yeah, we got some good ideas. Hopefully it'll make it interesting for you guys.
I don't have any good ideas.
No, it was Joel.
It was all Joel.
Yep.
As usual.
So, yeah, what have we been up to? What's going on?
Surgery for me. Snowstorm, 12 inches of snow coming up, starting tomorrow.
Man, I thought it was 6. Crap.
Yeah, it's going to be a foot. But, we closed the year out 10 deals, $70 million last year, and we're already starting the year strong. We've got a closing in Palm Beach, Florida, and then West Palm, and that's going to be followed by a deal in Houston.
Yep.
And then maybe followed by a deal in Reno.
Yep. All the first quarter.
Yeah. So, it's going to be a busy year, and we're excited.
Yeah, and several of those deals are already out. Feel free to check out the website, thecriterionfund.com. If you're not already.
I think all three of those are on the website right now, right?
Yeah, West Palm's full.
Yeah, well, that's full, yeah.
And that never launched. So if you're sitting there thinking, man, I never saw that, it's because we didn't launch it. Yeah. It was filled up with a bunch of local West Palm people, majorly.
Yeah,
the other two are open and not full yet, so hop on.
Yeah, and another plug, the Houston deal is open to non-accredited investors. So if you're already on our list, you've got to already be on our list. But if you are on the list and you're waiting for one of those unaccredited opportunities, this is the one. And you may ask why. Why is this one unaccredited? You saving the worst one for me? No. In fact, we're saving the small one for you. It's a small equity raise. We know it is going to fill up very fast. It was a third full just from the partners investing in it. It's a good, solid deal in Houston, light value add play, and we have $700,000 left, and we would love to fill it with $25,000 and $50,000 checks from unaccredited investors. It would be a great first deal.
I think we're projecting a 24% IRR on that one, right?
Maybe a little lower, but yeah, we shouldn't be projecting that. I need to talk to those guys. Dang it.
That's what it says on the website.
Yeah, we even if we think it's gonna be 24, we're like let's set a goal to underachieve.
Let's overperform, underpromise and overperform.
Another deal with Mabry Bank. We'll never get tired of plugging Mabry Bank. Easiest, best place to bank. They give a ton of loans out to us. We're extremely grateful. Even in Houston too. And then the Reno deal is also very exciting. We flew out there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, more of a value add play. We're partnering with some great partners that kind of focus and specialize in Nevada.
Based in Vegas. But yeah, 3 deals. Start the year off strong. If you're interested, like I said, they're up on the website. You can get in all of those deals right now.
Nice.
And then fourth quarter updates, end of year updates. Those should be coming out soon, very soon. Same with distributions. Yeah, looking forward to getting those
out pretty soon. Very soon.
Waiting on a few more sets of financials, and then we'll get them out. I think now it's time to play the game, the first game.
Yeah, so this year we got a whole set of games. Some of them we've done before, some of them we hadn't. And then we're going to periodically bring them back during the show. Hopefully they're both interesting and a little bit educational. So today's game is called Put a Cap on It. And it's where I bring deals and I pitch them to you guys, and then you guys got to guess the cap rate that they're being offered at. Okay. And we're going to keep running score. We're going to do 3. The winner of today is whoever gets 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3, and then we'll keep it running score.
And then what do we win?
Well, we haven't decided that yet, but at least you'll keep your pride.
Okay.
You won't be keeping your pride after this. I can promise you that.
Okay, I can't wait to see who wins. Let's go. The first one is the Mineola Commons in Orlando, Florida MSA. It is built in 2023. It is a retail shopping center. It's like 11,300 feet, got great frontage. Start asking me questions.
Traffic counts?
Traffic counts, I believe, are 36,500.
What about, who are the tenants, major tenants?
Let's see. Call Coffee, or is it Cali Coffee? I think
probably
Cali
Cali.
Coffee. A dental shop, a barber shop, fitness place, and an Anytime Fitness.
Give me some rents, annual rents.
Okay.
Yep.
Population is, you've got 100,000 in 5 miles, and average household income in that 5 miles, 115,000. So pretty good. All right. The coffee is in 1,600 feet. Per square foot is $48.
Wow.
Dental is at $36.
Okay.
Barbershop $36, and fitness is $38, and Anytime Fitness is $36. So pretty high rents.
This is good.
Okay. So I can tell you.
Hey,
So
well,
are we gonna-
I think we decided we were going to
We're
write
gonna
them down.
right?
I need a.
First of all, what I was going to say is I wouldn't buy it, but I do have a guess.
You can type it into your computer. You can
Okay.
write yours down. You have a pen.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Since we have 3 to go, we need to keep moving. And you guys know what it looks like. It's pretty nice. We'll probably put a picture of this up on the video podcast.
You got yours written down?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one is Kent Plaza in Springfield, Illinois. It's an old abandoned grocery store that they've now leased to 2 credit tenants, Ollie's and O'Reilly's. Ollie's is on a brand new 8-year, and O'Reilly's is on a brand new 15-year.
Where is this?
This is in Springfield, Illinois.
That's a good location.
Some of the other ones, you have One Main Financial, the Burger Bar, Sylvan Learning Center, and a boutique shop. Let's see, it's 94,000 square feet, so a little bigger.
Okay. Give me some
It's
traffic.
90% occupied. On the road right in front, it's got 24,000, and on a side road, it's got 18,000. So combined at 42,000.
Okay. Demographics,
Let's see, I got that for you.
some rent rates.
This is an interesting one.
Year built is 1988. All right, Ollie's is at $7.75. What you need to know about this is it's a gross lease, and every 5 years it has minimal increases.
Okay.
Okay.
So maybe like 6% every 5 years increase, not much.
Okay.
O'Reilly's is at $7.25, and they have let's see, yeah, they've got the same kind of like 5-6% increases every 5 years, but it is a triple net lease. A couple of other gross leases, but most are triple net. The other rents are pretty low. Bridal Boutique is $4.88. Burger Bar $7.
Burger Bar.
U.S. Bank, that's a ground lease, $44. Petco is $10. So,
Petco.
and then Brian, you wanted demographics. Let's see here. I've got those.
Can we get purchase price?
No.
No. Okay.
Let's see. Population, 5 mile population is 125,000, and average household income is 78,000.
Okay. Not bad.
So,
All right.
you guys should be ready for that.
I already put my guess down.
Last one, Adista Village in
That was hard. That was
Orangeburg, South Carolina. And so this is anchored by a Rose's grocery store. They're in 32,000 feet. They're paying only $3.67. Then you've got a couple of Harbor Freight is paying $7, and they're in 15,000 feet. You got City Trends that's paying $5.65. Salvation Army paying $8.
How big? What square footage? It's big.
Total 108,000.
Yeah, it's big.
You do have good frontage. Let's see, you've got 6,000 cars right in front, but then off to the side, you've got another 22,000 cars. Take a look at how it's laid out there. Some bigger spaces.
Yeah, give me some population.
What
Give me some
city?
demos.
What city was this?
South Carolina, Orangeburg.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've got those.
That's great. Shooting in the dark. This is an interesting mixed bag.
27,000 cars a day is what they're claiming, but I don't think I have demographics.
Anchored by a grocery store.
And the grocery store is included, right? Yeah, it is.
They kind of try to give
$3
you,
rent.
it's pretty close to Charleston, and they're trying to give you Charleston demographics, which I'm not buying.
It's an indicator. They're trying to give you Charleston demographics.
All right.
Okay, I've got it.
So let's do this. We'll start with the first one, the kind of newer 2023 construction. I see he's got written down, so you're going to go first.
Yep. 6 1/4.
All right.
I have 675.
Oh.
Braden nailed it at 6 1/4.
Oh.
Right on the button.
It's almost like I build this shit.
He cheated.
All right. Next one, Kent Plaza in Springfield, Illinois, with the brand new tenants, investment grade tenants with very weak increases.
Yeah, this one was difficult for me, but I was going to say an 8 cap.
I said 725.
Way more
Okay.
aggressive.
Not that I wouldn't pay that, but
It's listed an 811 cap. Braden wins again.
Let's go.
Wow, that is okay, Brian, you got to save a little bit of face here.
I know it.
All right, the one in Orangeburg, South Carolina, outside of Charleston's.
Trying to be Charleston.
Yep.
Trying to be Charleston. I had it at 7 1/4. When I heard they were trying to use Charleston demos, I bumped it down to a 7. So I'm at a 7 cap.
Ooh, I'm an 8.
Man, so it's an older city. You saw the center, right? Older center, 30,000 square feet.
Anchored by a grocery store, trying to use Charleston demos, super cheap rents.
Oh, so yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I get why you're saying that. So this is maybe one we should look at because it is at a 9.3 asking cap.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, 9.3.
Well, I think, okay,
The
so
demos
now,
suck.
So
I get
who
that.
won that one?
I did.
Yeah, Brian
But
won
if
that
you
one.
add all these up and the difference, I think I won.
Oh, we didn't talk about cumulative losses.
Not-
Well, we didn't
how
talk
we're doing
about
it.
total losses either. We didn't talk about the rules
All
at
right,
all.
round one goes to Braden, 2-1 on put a cap on
Nope.
it.
Let's go.
I'm protesting. This one's under
And we're gonna
protest.
we might have to buy this one because apparently Braden thinks it should be a 7.5 or something.
Hey, I mean, grocery anchored product, kind of outside of Charleston. The demo sucks. Probably the only grocery store in town. You've got some other decent credit there. It looks like
Maybe
a
we could
turd,
get it
but
for a 10 cap.
Well, you're not going down in rent at $3 a foot.
no.
Yeah. But you might not replace it either if they leave.
That's true, but we should at least investigate it. Okay,
Okay, that was fun. That was fun.
now walk us into the kind of the other part of the show, educational part of the show.
Okay,
Yeah, we
So-
started having fun because we're going to start declining fast.
Yeah,
It's going
It's
down.
going to go downhill. You guys can stop watching right now.
I actually think this is an interesting topic for people, so let's hit them with it.
Yeah,
He
so
came
it's-
up with it.
It's basically the tax advantages of the One Big Beautiful Act, Bill Act.
Okay.
The OBBBA.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in there that nobody reads, but we wanted to tell you what does it mean to you as a commercial real estate investor.
Right.
So we've got 5 or 6 points that we want to run through.
We've got 6 points. I'm going to take the first 2, and the first one is the restoration of the 100% bonus depreciation.
Yes, I love that.
It was being anticipated for a long time. Finally became law, and so anything placed in service after January 19th, 2025 gets credit for the 100% bonus depreciation.
Okay, so Brian, what does that mean to the investor?
So essentially that means that any qualifying property can be deducted the same year that it's put in service.
Depreciated all the way to
Depreciated.
basically all the way to 0.
Right.
Year 1.
Almost expense. I mean, how you would think of it as a write-off.
Yeah, and how that's so powerful, guys, is if you, let's say you happen to be a person that had a taxable event, you're going to pay taxes on $5 million. And you buy a $5 million gas station that qualifies. I'm not an accountant, don't take it as advice, but I think that you can offset your income with all of that depreciation in that year and wipe out the tax that you would have had to pay on that $5 million gain.
On the game, but on all 5 million, because isn't it anything that's depreciated less than that you can depreciate in 20 years or less? I mean, the building itself.
Maybe not the land.
Yeah,
but-
land, but most of the building, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why certain things qualify more than others, like gas stations and car washes, for example. They have a lot more working components. When you do the cost seg study, it's basically all working components, and that's why those specific items and others qualify.
Yeah.
A big thing for us is going to be the like parking lot and roofing stuff.
Yeah, right. HVAC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we would typically depreciate over, 3 to 10 years, 3 to 20 years, maybe on a roof. Now we get to write that off year 1, just saving additional funds on taxes.
So a cost segregation study, at this point, all it has to do is say, well, the life is of this component is less than 20 years, so you can write it off, right? I mean, I don't think structural steel is probably included, but
well, they do. That's why they make you write that part over 37 and a half. So it basically goes in and studies, hey, you've got this many light switches, you've got this many light bulbs, fixtures, you've got this much flooring. That all has a usable life of X. And then they add in all of those usable lives, and it ends up front weighting it because a lot of things need repair faster than 37 and a half years. Like you said, structural steel, maybe not. A roof maybe lasts 20 years, but it allows you to deduct these expenses now, saving funds on taxes.
Yeah, and to me that can be significant, especially in the first year, because the first year you're doing a lot of things, right? Maybe you're trying to get stabilized, so it increases cash flow, right, for that first year, which is significant, right?
Yeah, help. Net cash flow after taxes.
Yes, after taxes,
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, the second one, the Opportunity Zone program was made permanent. So essentially what you can do is you can defer capital gains if you hold the Opportunity Zone investment long enough, right? So if you invest funds in a certain year, let's say in 2026, then as long as you hold it for 10 years, you guys might
There's a lot more rules. It's hairy.
There's a bunch of rules. There's as long as you hold it for at least 10 years, you can then do a step-up basis at 10 years, or if you sell it at 11, there's a limit of 30 years, I think. But basically, you can do a step-up basis, which means that you avoid all the gain in taxes.
Yeah, so there's, and I forget who said it, but millionaires focus on making more money. At some point, you get hundreds of millions and billions, and you start focus on saving money where you can. And one big way you can do that is taxes, right? So I see the practicality of who is using this, and I really see high net worth family offices, really high net worth individuals focusing on such a long-term tax play like this. Mm-hmm. It's very hard for a syndication or funds like ours to do. They've got to be in specific areas. You've got to have a team of people making sure you're following these regulations and rules all of the way. But if you do, it can lead to some major tax savings.
And then, is there a law where you have to, or a part of it, I should say, of that law, where you have to do substantial upgrades?
Yep. More than 50% of the value of your acquisition.
I think it might be 100%.
So you've got to, it may be. So you've got to buy, let's say, a $2.5 million crappy building in a crappy part of town because that's where the OZ maps are mapped out. They're trying to revitalize older parts of town, gentrify them in a way. And then you've got to go reinvest or redevelop to the tune of whatever you bought it for, which could be challenging depending on what you buy. If you buy a $4 million piece of crap, you got to go reinvest $4 million. And then you got to plan on holding it for 10, 15, 20 years to realize the tax benefits. And then, net at the end of 15 years, is it better off versus something else? That's
right.
So a couple comments I have are how to supersize it is to 1031 into an opportunity zone. So you're bringing in all the capital gain. Then you invest additional money, and then you hold it for 10 years. You've wiped out not only the gain you made on the property in the opportunity zone, but also the gain from the 1031.
Yeah, that's right.
But what does make it challenging is this idea that you essentially have to buy rundown vacant buildings, because if a building's occupied and paying rent, you're not going to spend 50 or 100% of what you paid for it renovating it. Yeah. And so you really are looking for an area where you see a vacant warehouse or a vacant building, and you want to go in and you want to just make it really nice, turn it into an office, whatever. So it's pretty selective. Like you said, I don't think we're going to use it much, but for those that can take advantage of it, it's a good deal.
Yep.
And it's a testament to that saying that real estate developers live and die by their last deal. And it's because of exactly what Joel said. You hit it big, you make a ton of money, you 1031 into a vacant, decrepit piece of crap, all of your original equity and profit. And if that doesn't work out, you're hosed. If it works out, sure. But it's very interesting trying to delay taxes. You end up very cash poor.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm taking a couple of these points, and the next one's going to be qualified business income deduction is protected and expanded. And so what the bill says about this is that 20% qualified business income deductions for pass-through entities like LLCs and partnerships and S-corps engaged in qualifying trade or business activities. So for real estate investors, if you're in a syndication or you're operating real estate business, 20% of rental or pass-through income can be effectively deducted, reducing taxable income. So
It's huge.
that's pretty awesome. I sent this to our accountant just to make sure she's on top of this.
Really?
But just another way to save money on rental properties. The next one that I'm going to talk about is says Section 179. It's expanding expensing limits, and what it does is it expands the limit to $2.5 million with a $5 million phase out threshold, allowing more qualifying property to be expensed immediately versus capitalized over the long term. And so what this is doing is increasing the amount, the threshold amount that you can just write it off all in the first year. So if you do a new roof and it's $1.5 million on a huge property, before in the distant past, you'd have to have depreciated that over 39 years. Mm-hmm. Now, if it meets this threshold, check with your accountant. You can do it all in the first year.
Yeah, nice.
So that's a huge one. Braden, you got the next two, I think.
Yes, I do. So I got some of the easier ones. The long-term capital gains rates have not changed. It's great.
You.
It's honestly great. Long-term capital gains.
Actually, that is a good thing that they didn't change, I guess.
Yeah, they remain at 0, 15, or 20%, depending on your income threshold. Depreciation recapture, again, remained the same, which is good. It's really important to continue locking in these tax benefits. It's what makes real estate such a desirable asset class, and it's what gets the reinvestment back in the real estate.
And what is the percentage of that? Is it
25%?
Vary? It's always 25%.
Yep.
I see. Okay.
Next, this is a noticeable change. So SALT deductions, state and local taxes. So these are state taxes. These are city taxes.
And these are for individuals?
Yeah, for individuals.
Yeah, okay.
Before, you were previously only allowed to write off $10,000 worth of those against your income, which seems kind of ridiculous that we would cap this. You should be able to write off all of them. Mm-hmm. But at least we got an increase up to $40,000. So 10 to 40, that's a big jump. Previously, this category has been ignored for a really long time, and it's locked in until 2029. I guess they'll revisit it then. Obviously, Oklahoma, we've got a 4.5% income tax. We're going to utilize this if we pay taxes. Mm-hmm. High income states like California, New York, and others, obviously, they're going to utilize this. So big for them.
I have several things I repeat on the show a lot, but I'm going to repeat this one. Taxes are most likely your biggest lifetime expense, the biggest one. And yet, what do people spend the most time working on? Trying to save money on groceries, but they spend zero time trying to reduce the biggest bill they have for their entire life. So that's why we went over this. That's why we love real estate. Is because it's not that we are opposed to paying taxes, but we're just playing the game to the best of our ability, and we're trying to reduce the biggest bill that we have in our lifetime. Yep.
Yeah, and I would say that for our average investor, right, this is somebody that's got a little bit of excess cash, they're investing places, they're investing with us, just by hiring a CPA, a good CPA, putting in some effort on your end through whatever sources, AI, or your own research, talking to your accountant, I guarantee you can save more on taxes than what you paid to get your taxes done. So, I mean, if you're still getting your taxes done for free or trying to do them yourself, stop it, please. If you're still arguing about basic stuff with your CPA because they don't understand real estate, there's a decent chance they're missing some of this stuff, guys. There's a decent chance.
And for $20 a month, you can get a pretty good Chat GPT subscription, and it'll tell you most of the things that your accountant hasn't told you yet.
Okay, taxes. Back to fun. Brian, hook us up.
All right, we're gonna do an overrated, underrated game.
Bring it back, overrated, underrated.
How much time do we have here? All right, so I've got a bunch. Maybe I'll skip a few. Let's start with the taxes. Joel, bonus depreciation, overrated, underrated?
I think that is underrated. I think it's great. For those that can utilize it, it's an awesome thing to be able to depreciate that fully in the first year.
Braden?
Definitely underrated. Tax savings are amazing. $1 today is better than $1 tomorrow.
What about the qualified business income?
Underrated. I love it.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
All right, let's move on to some other real estate subjects. How about crowdfunding?
Underrated for sure. It just became legal in 2014. I think a lot of people are still trying to figure it out. The ability to raise funds from people you don't know based on a certain qualification and shove them in a deal is huge. Like I said, people historically have had a really hard time accessing that prior to 2014. Yeah.
I'm going to say overrated. And the reason is that I have invested on crowdfunding platforms, and there's been a very high fraud component where I've lost money. We've had to sue operators, and then also some of the ones that I've invested in, they were not adequately capitalized. And so I think the reason I say overrated is because they're pitching that they've vetted these guys appropriately, and that you're leaning on them to do what you would normally do as your homework and due diligence. Even me as a professional, I did the same. Oh, these companies, they're making sure these guys are legit. They're not, or at least they didn't used to be. And we ended up winning a lawsuit against one of the major ones. So for me, it was overrated.
Okay, last one. How about local banks? Overrated or underrated?
Underrated for sure.
Yeah, I would say underrated. And reason why, so many real estate investors, they have this mental block against personal guarantees. And so they have to go get non-recourse debt, which is sometimes more expensive, definitely a lot higher fees, definitely not as flexible as far as payoffs go. And so local banks, they win on all of those fronts. They're very competitive on the rate. Yes, you do have to sign a personal guarantee, but you can pay it off when you need to. They'll work with you if there's a problem, and it costs way less to get those loans done.
Yeah, I've never met the CEO of Bank of America. I've never met the CEO of Goldman Sachs. It's impossible. It's brain damage doing business with those guys. The head of a local bank will take you out to lunch.
Yeah.
Or give you floor seats to the Thunder.
Yeah.
Hey,
My
very
personal
true.
favorite.
Okay, let's just do some fun ones. Okay, these are subjects, random subjects that you guys are both very familiar with, okay?
Yeah.
So what you say. All right, first one, hookers. No, I'm kidding. Actually, Starbucks. Underrated or overrated?
Overrated, man. The coffee sucks.
Underrated. I love it.
All right. Cold plunges.
I think they're properly rated. They're very painful.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that too. Like I do cold plunges, and I like doing them, and then I also hate doing them.
Yeah.
It's very hard. Every time I have to force myself.
I think which is part of the benefit too.
Yeah, it's just overcoming the hard thing.
Okay, last one, electric cars.
I think they're underrated. I of course drive one.
I think they're properly rated.
I think they're
The depreciation that the U.S. gives to electric vehicles is just nuts, guys. They don't just depreciate to zero that fast. I mean, we all bought electric cars. It's kind of nuts. If it's got a motor in it, they're like, oh yeah, it'll keep running forever. Like, no, guys, no, that's not how cars work.
I really like driving mine, and I don't know if I'll go back to a gasoline engine.
Oh, definitely. Definitely get a hybrid, man. The
All
new
right,
sports
that's
car
it.
hybrids are sick.
That was my last one.
All right, there's your first show for 2026. Till next time.
We'll see you guys.
Thanks.